Graduation ceremony of the School of Education and Languages now begins. Please rise. Please remain standing for the national anthem.
I declare this congregation open.
Please be seated. May I invite the Dean of the School, Dr. Chang Kwok Hwa, to deliver an address.
Dear President, graduates, colleagues, and students, a very warm welcome to the 2020 congregation. It has not been easy for us to work out, and now we have this congregation. First of all, I would like to start by congratulating to your achievement. You have all worked very hard on full-time and part-time studies to have achieved the qualifications. No doubt, you must have worked very hard to make these achievements possible, and you must be intelligent enough to think through a number of academic problems and questions in order to get the assignment accepted. But on the other hand, many people must have helped you in making this possible. They have supported you so you have the space to do the reading and writing. Teachers and tutors in my school have also played their parts to give you the best instruction and guidance in your study. Perhaps you need to find the time to thank each and every of them. Some of you may still remember a few years ago in the inauguration, I told you that the qualification we'll be getting from OUHK will be giving you the professional license and a degree of professional status on certain issues. In our school, our specialism is education and languages, and hence you're now working as teachers of either English or Chinese language, or you're working in a kindergarten as a teacher. Now you know you need certain authority to explain to your clients, co-workers, or parents why something needs to be done in certain ways. Hopefully, you say you learn from OUHK classes, and you speak with certainty and assertiveness because you're quite certain about the subject you're talking about. You did your homework before. You prepare your class before going into the classroom to deliver a lesson. The more you have prepared on the subject, the more certain you're on these issues. However, I'm here to tell you that the initial qualification that you're getting from us, or indeed from any universities, is only the starting point of our quest to understand the true nature of knowledge. The spread of the pandemic is the best example to illustrate that there are numerous issues and phenomena in this world that has the best of the best experts in the field may not even have a clue. And it takes quite some time for them to learn, to understand the nature of the issues and find out the best way to come up with the best solutions. Further, if you're convinced that you can offer the best solutions, you need to demonstrate and persuade other people that your proposed solutions are the best. To use a phrase that we often use in journal papers at the risk of oversimplification, this is exactly how we now operate in any schools and workplaces. It is now customary to say that the more you learn from your studies, the more you realize that the world of unknown is still larger than the known world. It is not surprising as modern society is becoming so complicated that no matter how hard we try, we can only offer the best education in our capacity, built from yesterday, to train all of you to deal with tomorrow's problems. We are witnessing rapid changes in technology, which in turn affects how we organize the economy, social, and political relationships. Hence, we need the ability to understand new phenomena, to ask the right question about it, and to update or create new knowledge to deal with the new issues. Here, all I'm saying is that the education and training that we offer you is only the head start. We are now certain that most people will not stick to the same career for their whole working lives. Sooner or later, you may change your career. Technology may have driven your company out of existence. The service that your workplace is providing right now may be replaced by another new service in the future. In fact, the more the citizens are educated, the more creative, the more rapid the changes. The above statement may sound rather remote to you. I'm telling you here with certainty that they are not. No matter what occupational pathway you are taking, hopefully with the help of this OHK qualification, I hope you will not stay in the same post until you retire. Hence, what should we do? I only have a few suggestions. First, we have given you a good head start, but learning to learn is always more important than learning about something. The ability to learn gives you the ability to make decisions about when new knowledge is needed and how to get it. In universities, we decide when you should learn something. But at your workplace, you decide when the new skills and technology are needed to improve the efficiency of work, or you need to convince your colleagues that you need to adopt a new approach. But you need the ability and skill to acquire new knowledge and skills. Second, you need to learn to collaborate with people working with the same problem, but perhaps in different approaches. Scientists are now working in different approaches to come up with solutions to deal with the COVID-19 virus. They're competing to come up with the new solutions, but they learn from each other in this community of knowledge. We need to learn from them. They will share with others the latest thinking, but also debate among themselves whether the new approach works. In our world, language teachers are competing to find ways to train our students to express their ideas in better ways. This is the same process. Third, keep your passion and curiosities on new issues. But please also remember where you come from. Most people will have their lives changed after they have got new qualifications. No doubt you will work on something new. You have a firm foundation if you know where you come from, and then it is easier for you to know where you're going to. And I hope the knowledge and skills you acquire from OHK have prepared you well for the new changes. But to start from here, be thankful to people in your circle who have helped you for the new path. Thank you.
Thank you, Dr. Cheung. May I invite the Dean of the School, Dr. Cheung Kwok Hwa, to present the graduates.
Sir, I have the honor to present to you the graduates from the School of Education and Languages for the following doctoral degree. Doctor of Education. Sir, I have presented the graduate in absentia of the doctoral degree in the School of Education and Languages.
By virtue of the authority vested in me, I award the doctoral degree to this graduate in absentia in the School of Education and Languages.
Sir, I have the honor to present to you the graduates from the School of Education and Languages for the following master's degrees. Master of Education. Master of Education in Chinese Language Education. Master of Education in Drama and Language Education. Master of Education in Early Childhood Education. Master of Education in English Language Education. Master of Language Studies, Chinese Linguistics. Sir, I have presented the graduates in absentia of the master's degrees in the School of Education and Languages.
By virtue of the authority vested in me, I award the master degrees to these graduates in absentia in the School of Education and Languages.
Sir, I have the honor to present to you the graduates from the School of Education and Languages for the following postgraduate diplomas and the postgraduate certificates. Postgraduate Diploma in Education Primary. Postgraduate Diploma in Education, Secondary. Postgraduate Certificate in Chinese Language Education. Postgraduate Certificate in Chinese Studies for Language Teaching. Postgraduate Certificate in Curriculum and Assessment. Postgraduate Certificate in Drama Education. Postgraduate Certificate in Educational Management. Postgraduate Certificate in English Studies for Language Teaching. Postgraduate Certificate in Liberal Studies Education. Sir, I have presented the graduate in absentia of the postgraduate diplomas and the postgraduate certificates in the School of Education and Languages.
By virtue of the authority vested in me, I award the postgraduate diplomas and the postgraduate certificates to these graduates in absentia in the School of Education and Languages.
Sir, I have the honor to present to you the graduates from the School of Education and Languages for the following bachelor's degree with honors. Bachelor of Education with honors in English language teaching and Bachelor of English language studies with honors. Bachelor of Language Studies English with honors and postgraduate diploma in education, primary. Bachelor of Education with honors in early childhood education, leadership and special educational needs. Bachelor of English Language Studies with honors. Bachelor of Language Studies English with honors. Bachelor of Language Studies with honors, Applied Chinese Language Studies. Sir, I have presented the graduates in absentia of the bachelor's degrees with honors in the School of Education and Languages.
By virtue of the authority vested in me, I award the bachelor degrees with honors to these graduates in absentia in the School of Education and Languages.
Sir, I have the honor to present to you the graduates from the School of Education and Languages for the following bachelor's degrees. Bachelor of Education in Early Childhood Education. Bachelor of Education in Early Child Education, Special Educational Needs. Bachelor of General Studies. Bachelor of Language Studies, English. Sir, I have presented the graduates in absentia of the bachelor's degrees in the School of Education and Languages.
By virtue of the authority vested in me, I award the bachelor degrees to these graduates in absentia in the School of Education and Languages.
Sir, I have the honor to present to you the graduates from School of Education and Languages for the following associate degrees, higher diplomas, and diploma. Associate of General Studies. Associate of Language Studies, English. Higher Diploma in Early Child Education, Special Educational Needs. Diploma in Early Child Education. Sir, I have presented the graduates in absentia of the associate degrees, higher diploma, and diploma in the School of Education and Languages.
By virtue of the authority vested in me, I award the associate degree, higher diploma to these graduates in absentia in the School of Education and Languages.
May I invite the graduate representative, Mr. Adrian Chen Tun Lai, to give a vote of thanks.
President Professor Wong, Dean of Education and Languages, Dr. Chen, faculty and staff, parents, and fellow graduates, good evening. My name is Adrian Chan, a graduate from the Bachelor of English Language Studies program in 2020. It is my great honor to represent the graduates of 2020 from the School of Education and Languages to give a vote of thanks to our dearest faculty and staff, friends, family, and parents. From the bottom of my heart, and on behalf of all the graduates, I would like to express my gratitude to the Open University of Hong Kong for organizing this graduation ceremony, where we, the graduates, have a chance to be handsomely dressed in Jedi robes, and more importantly, an occasion where we can celebrate our accomplishments and say a big thank you to the Open University of Hong Kong. John F. Kennedy once said, "As we express our gratitude, we must never forget the highest appreciation is not to utter words, but to live by them." Especially now, due to this COVID-19 pandemic, no gratitude could be more applicable to this graduation ceremony. Tonight, we are here because of someone we've been with during our OUHK journey. I stand here before you because of my respectable teachers, my talented schoolmates, and especially my loving parents. My parents' absolute devotion to me is unconditional and beyond words. So thank you very much, Mom and Dad. Our teachers' efforts of bringing students to knowledge are immeasurable. I am sure all of you will agree with me that the teachers at OUHK have presented us with a wealth of knowledge. We now see that knowledge is truly beautiful throughout time and space. Thank you for enlivening the classes and bringing out the colors of the cosmos. We are indebted to our teachers because they have entrusted us with the knowledge and skills necessary for future studies, careers, and interests. And my classmates, we all poured our heart and soul, fought well and hard on this epic journey of our studies. All of us must have experienced very tough school days. You have to rush for a 9 a.m. lecture, but then have to wait until 4 p.m. for a tutorial. After that, you get packed in the MTR like sardines in a can. Then you go back to your room, craving for your bed, but you can't because you have to finish those 50 pages, making sure that you won't be lagging too much behind from others. We, the students, helped each other, not just academically. We probably went through those late night talks about our emotions, stress, and problems, didn't we? I'm sure all you will cherish those silly yet precious memories throughout the years. We have all changed so much over the years of studying at OUHK. Do you remember your first times at OU? I remember in the first week of my life here. From JCC Library to the main campus Students Affairs office, I got lost no less than 10 times. Today, I'm proud to say that I can take my freshman self across the campus with ease. Do you remember your first essay and the very first idea you put down in that? Today, I'm glad to say I finished my last essay to get my honors degree. We have been fostered and protected by the OUHK greenhouse for quite some time. I know some of us have already secured a job, and some of us have pursued it further into studies. But imagine 2, 4, or even 8 years later, where would the future you take your present self to? Just the thought of it could have scared some of us, but I want you to know, if you ever find yourself lost, whether losing a job, failing an assignment, or even losing yourself, always remember, a smooth sea never made a skilled sailor. You'll always find your way to shore. Just like how I eventually didn't get lost, but managed to find my way to the main campus Students Affairs office all the way back. When we look back, OUHK not only reminds us of a grade 8 assignment, our GPA hitting 3.8, or even a first-class honors, but it also reminds us of the people who were our pillars when we were breaking down. It reminds us of the inspiration and love from the teachers. Now, you find yourself a key to opening hundreds of doors, and you might not know which to open. I challenge you, why not open all of them? When you do that, and you will, but don't forget those who gave you the key. Yesterday, you might have got lost. Today, you find your way here to celebrate, to reflect, and to move forward. Tomorrow, and in the coming days, wherever you might go, whatever you might be, you will find a way. A graduation means so much more than just a certificate, because a graduation is where you begin to find your way. Thank you.
Thank you, Adrian. Here comes the end of this ceremony.
I declare this congregation closed.
Please rise.